Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known it was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were inside that apartment on the day of the murder! Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard! This is some of the most exciting parts of it. This music just kicks up, and you start to just make this guy cringe. Order in the court! Intriguing! Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Shawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since your murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw... And he just threw his wig at me. Ow! Ew! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Who? Order! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There is a shred of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright! Your Honor, you claim the sound a witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Shaw was definitely this clock. The fact is clear. Yeah. Try examining the clock. Let's sound the clock now and hear it in court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way of announcing the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What's your conclusions? Can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ack! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Shawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Shawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Schwa. I came all this way down to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You liars are all slime. Grr! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Shawit. What? I mean, Chief, listen up, Wright. Don't throw this away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be slow? In fact, yes, I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. Yes, you have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court records that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off! Let's see this evidence proving why the clock was slow. Now, as we know, she was in Paris. It's not slow, it's fast. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day of before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Shawit, or should I say, Mr. Did It? He foams at the mouth and passes out. Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! And we've won our first case. And with that, the court is adjourned. Woo!